Hey guys, it's Sarah. Today, we're going to talk about my gifted cart. And this is something I talked about recently where I just kind of have been looking at this thing and realizing I'm not reading a lot of the books that people have sent me, like you guys have sent me from my wish list, is what most of this is. And I'm feeling a little bit of guilt about that. And I know every time I talk about it, everyone's like, don't feel guilty, read what you want when you want, blah, blah, blah. I know, I hear you. And my brain knows that, I got it, but I still feel it a little bit. So, I wanted to show you guys everything that's on this cart and see what your response is to, like, I want to see how many times I hear, you have to read this book, Sarah. It's amazing. Maybe it'll get me to actually do some stuff. Now this thing, it's a 3-tier cart and it's full. So we're going to talk about these very quickly. I'm not going to go into synopses because we don't need to do that, but I'm going to show you what they are, hopefully who sent them. Now, that's going to be tricky because not all of these not all of them I remember. Oh my gosh. If they came from Amazon with like a little gift receipt and a note from somebody, I have that stuck in there usually. But not all of them have that. So if I have something on here that you sent me and I don't have your name on here, please tell me so that I can put a post-it in the book so I remember who sent me stuff, because I always want to make sure I thank you guys when I talk about the books. But all right, so very quickly, because there's a lot, we're just going to go through these, and I want your feedback on what I should pick up very soon, because I want to start making a dent in this cart for sure, because as you saw, they're piling up like on top because I don't have room for anything else on here. So yeah. Okay, the very first book that was ever gifted to me from a subscriber, you guys, is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell, and I still haven't read this. And I don't have the receipt, so I don't remember who it was that sent it to me. If it was you, please tell me, please, 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 because it was so special. And I don't remember when I started keeping the Amazon receipts with the books. It obviously wasn't in the very beginning, so I apologize for that. But yeah, this is on the Great American Reads list. It's one of my mom's favorite books of all time, so I definitely want to read this at some point. For sure, it will be happening. I'm starting to tackle kind of like one big book a year, usually over the summer. That's kind of been something that's been happening. So that's been fun. And so maybe I'll take a summer and tackle this book, but not this summer. I'm doing Count of Monte Cristo right now, but maybe next summer this will be it. Okay. I'm literally just going like whatever. Okay. I know that this was sent to me from Melinda. This is The Circus in Winter by Kathy Day. She knows that I love circus books and she found this secondhand. So she sent this one to me. Okay, this one is The Usual Rules by Joyce Maynard. This was sent to me from Cassandra. Okay, this one is Shadows of the Short Days by Alexander Dan. That last name, not even going to try to tackle that one. This one was sent to me from Disa. Thank you. I should not say thank you after every book because that's going to get really annoying. This one was also from Disa. I believe they were actually in the same package. So this is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This one is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. Amy Hayes sent me this. Thank you, Amy. Yeah. Oh, I want to read this one. I want to read all of them. That's why they were on my wish list. Come on. Okay, this one was sent to me from Mindy. This is The Coldest Touch by Isabel Sterling. This is another one from Melinda. This is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. I read Razorblade Tears earlier this year and loved it. And so she sent me a hardcover of this book, which was previously published before that one. And I'm so excited to read this because I think he could be a potential favorite author of mine. This is another one from Disa. This is The Pariah by Anthony Ryan. Book number 2 of this just came out, or it's coming out very soon, I think, something like that. So I need to get on this one. This one was sent to me from my friend Miranda. It's a Karen Slaughter book, and that is Coptown, one of her standalones. Haven't read it yet. Okay, this next one was sent to me from Hulda, and that is The Phantom Prince, My Life with Ted Bundy by Elizabeth Kendall. Nonfiction. Elizabeth Kendall was in a very long romantic relationship with Ted Bundy. Okay, so that was everything that was just stacked on top. So now we're going into the trays here. Okay, this one I talked about recently. Oh, Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which I started, still have the bookmark in. I got 200 pages in just about, and ended up putting it down. So I need to go back to it. I need to start it from the beginning again. I definitely want to. And yeah, just that was like not the book, it was me. Okay, another one from Disa here. This one is Dread Nation. This is by Justina Ireland. Civil War, Zombies. Yes, please. Okay, this one was a gift from my friend Julie. The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. She was getting rid of some of her Book of the Month books, and I kind of got to pick and choose which one I wanted, and this was definitely one of them. This next one is from Monica. I talked about this one recently, actually. This is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I've still heard mixed things about this book. Some people really love it. Some people really don't. So I'm interested to see what side I'm going to be on, because Krista from Books and Jams loved this book. Amanda from The Curly Reader, two of my besties, she DNF'd it. So I'm going to be interested to see where I fall on this one. But definitely want to. Okay, this next one is another nonfiction, and that is The Library Book by Susan Orlean. I love this hardcover printed, like, oh, this is so cool. This one was sent to me from Terry. Thank you so much, Terry. And yeah, this is one I definitely want to read. This covers the California library fire. Like, there was a big library in California that caught fire, and this kind of like covers all that. Okay, this next one is also from Mindy. This is The Year of the Reaper by Makia Lucier. This one is a book box. I think it's a Lumicrate. Let me see if it actually says in here where this is from. Fairy Loot. It's Fairy Loot. I can never keep those straight. This is one that she got in a subscription box that she decided she was going to be getting rid of. It's gorgeous. It is like absolutely beautiful book, and sounds really interesting as well. It's a fantasy. So definitely something I would pick up and read. And so when she offered it to me, I was like, yes, please. So thank you, Mindy. Okay, this next one is from Jenna, and this is The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington. This is the first book in a big series. I think there's 3 out, maybe 4. I don't know if there's a 4th one out or not, but each one is like this big. And yeah, I've heard really good things about it. Definitely want to read it at some point. It's just a big chunker. So, but it makes me happy when I look at it on the cart here. This next one's from my friend Candace, and that is Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jean. I've heard really good things about this author and her fantasy work, so I definitely would like to read this one, and I definitely trust Candace. So yeah. Next one is from Jackie. She has a channel. It's Evil Queen Books. I'll leave her link down below. But Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maharan. Now, I have heard mixed things about this. I've heard really good things and really bad things. Really good things about the series, really bad things about the series. I don't know where I'm going to fall. I have no idea. I like the premise of a witch and a witch hunter who end up getting married? Like a forced marriage type thing. Pretty sure that's from what I'm remembering. But yeah, so definitely interested. Okay, this next one did not come with any sort of gift tag or anything, so I have no idea who this is from. It was on my wish list and it came from Amazon, so it was from somebody, but there wasn't like a gift receipt or anything or a note. But that is Legacy of Ash, and this is by Matthew Ward. Again, a huge fantasy start. There's, I think, at least 3 books out now. I don't know if it's going to be more than that or not. Oh, trilogy. It's only going to be 3, so I think all 3 books are out now. Oh my gosh, but so pretty. So someone sent it to me. So if it was you, please let me know. And thank you. Okay, this next one is from Melinda. It's another circus book. She knows me. The Haunting at Bonaventure Circus by Jamie Jo Wright. And I've heard really good things about this author, especially from Krista from Books and Jams. She really likes her. And so I definitely want to read something from this author and something set around a circus. It's my jam. Okay, this one's another one from Monica, The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek by Kim Michelle Richardson. Heard really, really amazing things about this book, and I know there is a sequel out now as well. But yeah, librarians, yes, please. Okay, this one is another one from Jackie from Evil Queen Books, and that is The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. This is like a library in hell. Okay, these next 2 go together because they were sent from the same person and it's the same series. Sarah Kovich, I love you. Okay, so those books are Ruin and Wrath. by John Gwynne. You guys know my issue with John Gwynne, that I have read one of his books and I consider him a favorite author and I love him so much, and I've only read one and I have his whole series on my shelves just waiting for me to get back to it. I have Valor downstairs that I purchased myself, and then Sarah sent me these two. Whew, okay, so I'm toying around with the idea of rereading Malice, the first book, so I can tab it up and then like continuing on and getting this whole world kind of in one big go if I can, or as close together as I can. Sarah, I love you. Thank you so much for sending me these. And I just feel so bad I haven't read them. Ugh. So yeah, I've heard this one is going to like destroy my life. So I'm ready though. I'm ready. And now that was the top shelf. Now we're moving on to the second shelf. Okay, this next one was sent to me from Glenda, and that is We Were the Lucky Ones. And this is by Georgia Hunter. This is a historical fiction that's loosely based on Georgia Hunter's actual family and what they went through in World War II and how they survived and stuff. So I've heard really good things about this one. Lindsay loved this one from Lindsay's Little Library. And I definitely trust her historical fiction recommendations always. So definitely excited to read this. Okay, this next one is actually a classic, which is exciting. And that is Something Wicked This Way Comes from Ray Bradbury. And this one is sent to me from Emily. Thank you, Emily. And I didn't realize that this was like a circus book, but it is. And I'm super excited now because I'd heard about this, but I never really knew what it was about. And then I had heard circus and I was like, why did nobody tell me that? Nobody told me that. So Emily told me that. Okay, this is another one from Jenna, and that is Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. This is the first book in a middle grade fantasy series. So definitely one that I haven't read, but I've heard really good things about it. I think this involves a dragon from what I'm remembering. Magical, like some sort of evil creature from a book comes to life. And our young protagonist is trying to fight that. So yeah, but I think there's dragons in here from what I'm remembering. And this is one of Jennifer's favorites, so thank you. Okay, this is another one from Monica. That is 11 by Tom Rogers. This is a book surrounding 9/11 and a young boy who is there on that day. Very short. Don't know why I haven't read it yet. It's fine. Okay, this next one also came from Jackie from Evil Queen Books, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue. She sent me her copy of it. I definitely want to read this by Casey McQuiston. I have read Casey McQuiston and enjoyed what I read so far, so I definitely want to read this one. This one is definitely their most popular book, I would say. It has definitely made the rounds on BookTube and stuff. So I'm late to the game on this one, but I definitely still want to read it. And yeah, at some point I will. Okay, this one, I feel like Hulda sent me this one too. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hulda. But that is Silence of the Grave by Arnaldur Indridason. I think this is a inspector, like a European inspector book. So yes. Haven't read it yet, but definitely interested. This next one is from Sharon, and that is Every Soul a Star by Wendy Mass. This is a middle grade book by a very popular middle grade author. This is one I'm planning to read for our book list summertime bingo because it has stars on the cover. And that's a big, that's one of our challenges on our bingo board. So like star and the stars, and even the title is made of stars. Like there's stars everywhere. So I've been saving this one for that in particular. So I actually probably need to pull this and put it on my nightstand so I can get that read here soon. Because we're halfway through summer already, guys. Ugh. So I do plan to read this one soon. Okay, now these next three is a trilogy. I got all three from the same person. Oh, and I can't remember who it was because it didn't come from Amazon. It came from her personal collection. I can't remember who it was. So if you did this, please tell me. I feel so bad when I don't remember. But that is the Girl in 6E trilogy by A.R. Torrey. So the first one is The Girl in 6E, and then we have Do Not Disturb and If You Dare. And I have read some books by A.R. Torrey or Alexandra Torrey, if you will. She goes by either one, and loved. So I definitely want to read more from her. She's definitely an author that I want to read a lot more from. My books are yelling at me. And so this would be perfect to get more into her and to read some books that were gifted to me for sure. Because I've only read one book by her so far. It was on my Kindle and I absolutely loved it. So definitely an author I want to get more into. Okay, this next one was sent to me from Kim, and that is The Five. This is by Haley Rubenhold, and this is The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper. So this focuses on the victims of Jack the Ripper versus him himself. The victims, because they were people, they were women, they had lives, they had loved ones. Who were they? So this kind of focuses on that. Okay, this one was gifted, but it was more of a like exchange. I sent something to her and then she sent something back. This was from Heather from Bookables. And so we kind of exchanged some books. And so she sent me Savior's Champion by Jenna Morecki. I don't know how to say her last name. I don't know if it's C or a S. So this is a fantasy. I've heard really, really good things about it. And it's self-published, so that's awesome. And yeah, it's a chunker, but I'm excited about that. I really like big, long fantasies, obviously. So I've heard really good things. Bobby from Bobby Reads really loves this series, and there's definitely a second one out. I don't know if there's a third one yet or not. I'm not sure, but yeah, I definitely want to get into this. Bobby's probably yelling at me right now. Okay, these next two were definitely sent to me from Hulda. She sent me these herself. First one is Breaking Free, How I Escaped Polygamy, the FDLS Cult, and My Father, Warren Jeffs by Rachel Jeffs. Ooh, okay. So definitely want to read this, and I want to watch that new documentary on Netflix about him. I know there's multiple documentaries about him. I'm definitely interested in all of them because it's fascinating to me. And I can't believe people still follow him with all the information that's out there. That bothers me. But this is literally his daughter, and she's telling her story. And so I'm so interested in this. So maybe like I compare this with the new Netflix series and like, you know, see what's what. But yeah. And then she also sent me Every Breath by Nicholas Sparks. And we've had a Nicholas Sparks discussion recently because I think I'm breaking up with him. However, I will read this one before I officially break up with him because it was sent to me. I'm not going to waste Hulda's time or money that she sent this to me. I'm going to read it for sure. So I will do that before I move from here. So I have probably a year to go ahead and get this read because I definitely don't think I want to move any of his books with me when we move again. So that's kind of like my motivation to definitely read this one. I think all his other ones that I purchased myself, I've already unhauled, but I will read this one for sure and see. This is also a special collector's edition, which I didn't realize. It includes The Lost Art of Letter Writing. Interesting. So I guess this surrounds letters, which would make sense with the cover because they're letters. Oh my gosh, Sarah. I have no idea what I'm reading. So yeah, so I will definitely get this one read. Okay, this next one was sent to me from Rachel. That is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I really want to read this. I have read another book by her that I loved, and I know that she's going to be one that I definitely want to be getting into. Definitely an author that I think I could really end up loving, and this one has been getting just rave reviews. Okay, this next one here is The Girlfriend by Michelle Francis. This was sent to me from Lindy. Pretty sure this is like a domestic thriller with a girl who's dating a boy and the mom doesn't like it or something like that. So she probably goes crazy. So, yep. Okay, this next one was sent to me from my friend Jamie. All Is Not Forgotten by Wendy Walker. And Wendy Walker is an author that I have a couple of her books, but I haven't read anything yet. So definitely an author I want to get into. I've heard mixed things about this one in particular, so I guess we'll see how I feel about it when I get to it. But yeah. Okay, this next one is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover, one of the few Colleen Hoovers I have not read yet. There's not that many, but this is one of them. I feel like this was sent to me as a thank you from somebody who was inspired to get her librarian degree because of my videos when I talked about getting my master's in library and information sciences. And I'm pretty sure someone sent me this with a thank you, and I don't have that card anymore. And I'm kicking myself right now because I wish I could like say something to that person. I just don't have, like, why didn't I save that? That makes no sense why I wouldn't have saved that. So if that was you and that's the case, please tell me. Please tell me. I hate not knowing. Okay, this next one is The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne. Bobby's probably yelling at me again because she loves this book. It's one of her favorites. I've heard amazing things about it and about John Boyne as an author. I have read a young adult book by him that was a historical fiction around World War II, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. I read that, loved it. So definitely want to read something adult of his for sure, and I've just heard really good things. So yeah, I have it. Stop yelling at me, Bobby. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, last three that are on the middle shelf here. First one is The Sea of Tranquility. This is by Katia Malay. I've heard really good things about this book. I got this from my friend Danielle, and it is a little bit water damaged. She flat out told me. She's like, I dropped it in the bathtub. It's fine. So, yeah, but obviously still readable. But yeah, I've heard really good things about it. So we'll see. Then from my friend Jennifer, I have When We Were Worthy by Mary Beth Mayhew Whalen. I think this is young adult. Like, I think there's a car crash and a bunch of teenagers that were involved and all that. And then this is a book of the month book that my sister gave me, and that is The Knockout Queen, and this is by Rufie Thorpe. She also gave me The Wives by Taryn Fisher, which I have on this shelf, which I don't know why I don't keep it over there. I don't know. So my sister also gave me this one. Okay, on to the last tier here. These first two are both from Laura, books 2 and 3 in a series. Shadow of Night and The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. These are books 2 and 3 in the All Souls trilogy. First one is Discovery of Witches, which I need to reread. And yeah, so definitely want to read these after I reread the first one because I need to take it in better. I forgot most of what happened in that book. So going right into book 2 would not make sense to me right now. So that's a whole thing. This one is from my dear friend Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library. She sent me Burntown by Jennifer McMahon, which is an author I have not read anything from yet, and that is shameful. Shame. Shame on you. Shame on your cow. No, dishonor. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. That's me. Okay, this next one was a gift that was part of a Christmas book exchange that I did quite a number of years ago, like a very long time ago, where you just get paired up with somebody and you send each other a box of Christmas goodies, including a book from your wish list. And so I don't remember who is like a Secret Santa thing. I don't remember who my Secret Santa was, but whoever it was, she sent me Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is a young adult, like Robin Hood, gender bent, I believe, type thing. So I've heard good things about it. So I'd like to read it eventually. Next one's from Kathy, and she sent this to me when I had surgery, and she said, I hope you have a speedy recovery, which was super nice. So this was in last year, 2021, and that's The Ravens, and this is by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page, and I'm very excited to read this still. Number one, oh my gosh, you guys, this cover is like one of the most stunning things I've ever seen. It's so pretty, and it's sorority. Witches in a sorority. Yes, please. This one was another like Secret Santa type thing, but I got A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett in this gorgeous leather-bound, like Barnes & Noble edition. It's so pretty. I've never read the book. I've seen multiple movies. The Shirley Temple one is fantastic, but I've never actually read the book. So I would like to read the book eventually, and I have it, and it's sitting here, and it's got really pretty illustrations. And yep, haven't read it yet. This was another Secret Santa thing. So I think I did it 2 years in a row. So they were random people from Facebook. So I don't even know if they were subscribers. Probably not at that time. But yeah, so I just don't remember who sent these to me. But The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, who is an author that I really need to get into, and especially this one for sure. This is a trilogy, I believe. This is book 1, obviously, and definitely want to read it. Okay, another chunker, another classic, another like summer project at some point. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I don't remember who sent this to me, and I don't have a thing in here. Definitely a book that I want to read, though. Have always heard really good things about it, and this cover is absolutely gorgeous. So at some point, huge classic, I will tackle it. Yeah. Okay, this next one was sent to me from Nicole, and that is The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. I've heard really good things about this duology. There's 2 books, and it's supposed to be kind of like a Russian-inspired like either game or conspiracy or something like that. I don't know. I've heard really good things about it, so I would like to read it. Okay, this next one, I believe Melinda sent me this one as well, but that is Caught by Harlan Coben. I have not read anything by Harlan Coben yet, which is another dishonor. And yeah, so I do have this one. It's nice and short. I'm sure it'll go pretty quickly. So I have that. Okay, I feel like this one was from Jamie. The Silent Sister by Diane Chamberlain. I'm pretty sure she sent me this one. And I really like Diane Chamberlain. Of course, Krista just read this and didn't like it at all. I was like, no. I'll still read it because I do like Diane Chamberlain and I want to give like a bunch of her books a try. But like this one definitely is one that I would pick up like based on the synopsis. So still gonna read it. Okay, this one is another one from Hulda, and she sent this to me as a late housewarming gift, which is really sweet when we moved to Rhode Island, and that is Kill Creek, and this is by Scott Thomas. This is a horror book that takes place in a haunted house. A bunch of thriller and horror writers gather together in this haunted house for like a little weekend of fun, scary times, and I'm pretty sure it gets pretty bad from what I'm understanding, and yeah, definitely want to read this one. This one was sent to me. It wasn't on my wish list, but it was someone who reached out to me and said, hey, I have this book that's set in a circus and I think you'd really like it. Can I send it to you? And I was like, yes. So that's The Wanderers. This is by Kate Ormond. I don't know a lot about this book, but definitely circus vibes here. So yeah. Okay, this next one is from Alicia, and this one is a book that she sent me this little note and talked about how this has been one of her recent favorites, and she wanted to reach out and send it to me as well. This is Your Secret Became Mine by P.S. Fishbaugh, and I believe this is a self-published book, so that's awesome, but it was one that she really enjoyed and she wanted to share it with me. Okay, 4 more, guys. We're almost done here. Okay, this one is from Brianna, and this is The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. This is one that I really want to read. I can't believe I haven't read this. I really enjoy historical fiction. I really enjoy Kate Quinn, and I haven't read her most popular book. What am I even doing? Next one, Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library sent me for my birthday, and that is The Soul of an Octopus. This is by Sid Montgomery. And when I showed this, you guys, everybody was screaming at me about how good this book is. What? No one told me that there's a really good book about octopus. Come on, guys. I love octopus. They are one of my favorite animals, like owls and octopus. I don't know why. I don't know why I love them so much, but I do. I'm fascinated by them. And I will sit in an aquarium and just watch them all day. I think they are fantastic. And there's pictures of the octopus. Oh, I love it. Yeah, if there's anything about octopus, guys, tell me. Like, I have a bunch kind of on my radar about like that feature octopus and stuff. So like, but you guys gotta tell me these things. So thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay told me. Okay, this next one was sent to me for, I think, my birthday. Yep. For my birthday from my friend Audrey from Chapter and Converse. And that is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I have read one book by Matt Haig and I really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to read more from him, and this has definitely been a very popular one as of late. So we'll see how I feel about it because it does get mixed reviews. There are some people who love it and some people who hate it. It seems a little bit polarizing. I feel like I'm going to love it. So we'll see. Last but definitely not least, also for my birthday, this is from Jen Skinner, and that is For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing. So another Samantha Downing from my wish list that I really think she's going to be an auto-buy author for me moving forward as long as I just read her other books. So, so I have that one, Lovely Wife. I can't even think of the title. For Your Own Good. I read He Started It on my Kindle and put it on my wish list because I need to have I want a hardcover of that one. But I definitely feel like she can be an author for me. I just need to read her other 2 that I own. That needs to be a thing. Okay, so the moral of this video is that you guys are way too generous. That's the moral. You guys are very generous to me, and I just can't even wrap my brain around it sometimes, and it can be overwhelming how generous you guys are. And your notes are always so sweet, and I hate that I don't have notes for all these books. So please, 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 if you saw a book that you sent me, please let me know, and I will put a little Post-it inside and put your name on there because I want to be able to thank you properly, especially when I read it. and let you know my thoughts and all that stuff. So definitely something I want to be working on a little bit more, because as you saw, like, it's piling up, and I really want to make these priorities because you guys take your time and your money to send them to me. And I know that doesn't mean, that means pressure from you at all. It's all my own. It's all my own pressure, self-induced 100%. But yeah, I definitely want to start making a dent in this cart for sure. So, okay, that's gonna be it. Let me know down below, what do I need to read? Tell me, what do I need to pick up soon? Please have some sort of overwhelming, obvious answer so I can start picking some of these up. And yeah, maybe I can do that here very soon. Maybe that will be a thing. All right. Thank you to everybody who has ever sent me a book ever. It's never unappreciated. Please know that. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.